Hello, everybody, and welcome in to this AFC South show 213. Holy Mother of God, I can't read, and dyslexia is getting worse. Yes, I do look like a lobster. That's because the Florida sun gave me the middle finger while we were all in attendance for the Jacksonville Jaguars beating the Houston Texans. Check out our reaction tomorrow on That Real Texas Team podcast, but I'll give my reaction about that tonight. With us, as always, our resident Jaguars fan, the Glitter Kitty Conquistador himself, and host of Third and Teal, Isaiah. And then down here at the bottom right, we got Justin, co-host of Unstabled, host of Kingmaker Sports, co-host of Tag Team Talk. Find him at Kingmaker Sports all across the socials. Down at the bottom left, we've got Titans Table for Two co-host. That would be Andrew. You can find him at Titans Table for Two. Like I said, we were all in attendance. It was a bachelor party. If you saw our preview that was cut short, it's because my phone said too hot. Too hot to
It was hot.
Yeah. It literally, my phone was like, can we not, actually?
That sun was beaten. Just ask Curtis's forehead.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible, y'all. But wasn't the only thing terrible. There were a couple losses in the division that are pretty hard to swallow. And because we were in Jacksonville and because that game hurt so damn much, we're going to lead off with the Texans falling to the Jaguars 17-10 in Duval County. Do we want to do winter weights, or are you excited?
No, winter weights. I'm good. I'm hanging out.
From the Texans' perspective, I mean, we gave this game several times away. The Shat blocking, the fumble by Nico Collins there at the end in the 4-minute drill, the deflected pass that's turned into the second interception.
What a tale of two drives. I'm sorry, not to cut you off, but what a tale of two drives, by the way, because that was the exact same two guys going against each other both times. On the 50, that was back-to-back drives. The 50-yard touchdown and then the fumble were back-to-back drives on that.
Okay.
I just realized that when I was watching the film. I forgot about that.
Nice.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I can show that.
We've got to figure out some stuff with the offensive coordinator. Nick Caley, through 3 games, has been less than impressive. The offensive line having a constant rotation at left guard is not a recipe for success, and CJ's still getting pressured on roughly 40% of his dropbacks. It's just we're not doing a damn thing to help. Every time we bring a tight end like Harrison Bryant in to support Ariante Ursary, who had a rookie welcome to the NFL game at the hands of Josh Allen all day long.
Did you see the locker room interview with him?
Oh yeah, and he owns up to it. He's like, I got fucking.
Well, I wonder what happened to him. He had a black eye. Like he had something under his eye. I wonder what happened.
That's football. He probably any number of things could have happened. You know, finger get off in there. You know, you never know. But you know, I at least respect the fact that he owned it and was like, you know, I mean, I got, and that takes a lot of fucking balls just to kind of admit when you got. Yeah. And then he's going up against, you know, it's not like he's going up against a slouch. It's Josh Hines Allen. I mean, the man's solid. He continues to prove that every down. But yeah, a lot of untimely penalties, a lot of sloppy mistakes, overthrown balls. Not so much drops. That's I feel a little more Titans, Jacksonville-y. But yeah, just the overthrows, and the defense does the damn job every week. They keep us in the game. They do just enough. And time again, the offense this season has not been able to deliver anything on that final drive. They've been in position every game to have either a game tying or a game winning possession stripped away from them via fumble in game 1. Isaiah's back. Dare getting the peanut punch week 2 against the Bucks. If we just, sack Baker Mayfield on that 4th down and 10. There's a few things that just I'm frustrated with. Let's put it that way. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm just prepping it for whenever you want me to play it. I had it pulled up and I hit the back
Yeah,
button on my
it's
mouse.
dumb. It won't let you load it in the background. It
Yeah.
immediately. I hate that.
Well, I got little side buttons on my mouse, and one of them will like go back a page, and I tapped it on accident when I was trying to move my mouse, and that's why I left. I don't hate you guys that much.
But we leave Jacksonville 0-3 and 0-1 in the division, and we're in a very, very deep hole right now at this part of the season. It's not a hole that we've never gotten out of before, but it's a hole that is incredibly hard to get out of. Nobody since the new playoff format has actually gone 0-3 and then made the playoffs. The last team to do it was the Texans. There is a glimmer of hope. Maybe, just maybe, we can figure out some sort of patch job at left guard and things get a little bit more fluid and we can run the ball a little bit, which we did kind of effectively for most of the game. I don't know. I think part of it is that CJ's kind of entering in that fucking Sam Darnold seeing ghosts era, and I'm terrified. But 17-10, there's got to be some fucking heads rolling in this locker room right now. Obviously, CJ Gardner-Johnson got released today, and that's a large part of that is because he's on a losing team and they're not doing what he wanted to do. He wants to blitz a lot, and D'Amico is saying that he didn't even grasp the concept of his defense to begin with. So it was just kind of a mutual parting of the ways, but I mean, it's just fitting that this would happen after this game. I don't know if we're full-scale panic mode as far as the season goes, but the trigger finger on the alarm button it's getting warmed up. But with that, I'll hand it over to Isaiah.
Yeah, I mean, overall, not a great game from either team. It was a sloppy game for sure. A lot of penalties to go around the entire night. One thing I will say about Ursary, kind of wanted to let you finish all your thoughts before I brought this up. He is a rookie, and Josh Hines Allen is currently 4th, tied with, I believe, Micah Parsons for pressures on the year at 18 for the whole year so far. Jacksonville's #1 team in the league in turnovers right now, averaging 3 a game. And, between Trayvon and Josh, somebody's going to get a sack at least once a game. And this isn't really the telling game for Ursary. The telling game for Ursary will be game 2 against the Jaguars to see how he handles Josh Hines Allen, if he remembers his pass rushing techniques, kind of how he steps up in that moment. And I think he did fine. I mean, he really did okay most of the game. And we've talked about that on 3rd and Teal before, is like, there's 60 snaps in a game that an offensive lineman plays. And I mean, if you give up 1 sack, people talk about how bad you are, but you also had, 59 other plays potentially that you didn't let up a sack on. So he'll be fine. He's a big dude. He's strong. He's just got to learn how to handle those different types of pass rushers. And it doesn't help whenever Josh Hines Allen's he's got power, but he's more of a finesse rusher. And then they flip him and Trayvon's just pure power. So it's kind of a good mix that they were giving him. But in terms of Jacksonville, kind of the tail of the game was just like inopportune plays at inopportune times. The one that I keep flashing on the screen and I'll finally play, I guess, is the Nico Collins 50-yard touchdown. I don't know what Devin Lloyd's doing there, but we're not going to talk about that. So CJ Stroud looks over to Collins right here. And I don't really think he even he probably looks at Schultz a little bit, but I don't think he really hard looks at him but right here we're running cover 3. Travis Hunter's dropping back. We got our top high safety and wing guard. Eric Murray ran down to the flat, or that may have been Antonio Johnson at that point. And then for some reason, Tyson Campbell just bites on this, and it's a broken play for a big touchdown. I mean, props to CJ Stroud for standing in there and getting that ball out and catchable. One thing I will say is there's been a couple times this year where he's had a tendency to overthrow balls, and he's some easy ones. But he made sure not to put too much under that, just get it out there where he could get it with how much room he had. And it ended up being a great play for a touchdown there for them. And then, like I mentioned earlier, literally the next time Houston has the ball is the Nico Collins fumble against Tyson Campbell, who some plays looks like the worst safety or the corner in the league, and some plays looks like a great corner in the league. But he just gets a hand on it, inopportune fumble for Nico there. And then we end up going down and scoring on this drive and kind of seal it, not really sealing the game, but at least getting us this winning score to kind of walk away with it. But really overall for the game, our free agent additions have really been stepping up for us. Eric Murray had a decently solid game. He tried to level Nico Collins at one point and got leveled himself. And I don't think he came back in the game after that. There was, Jordan Lewis played really well. I mean, Jordan Lewis, he got burnt on one play, but made effort to stake in it, and he ended up getting a hand on the ball. Garbage versus trash. Yeah. But anyways, so Jordan Lewis, though, had an overall good game. I think he had 3 passes defended, 1 interception, 8 tackles. The corners were hitting pretty hard this game. They were setting the tone. Travis Hunter's tackling looked a lot better this game than other games. He even had a couple of matchups against Nico Collins where he looked good. And just overall, it was just kind of one of those games where one team had to win it, and whoever was more gritty and just, grinded it out, and it ended up being us this time. But 2-1, we're still a game back on the Colts. I don't think anybody would have expected that coming into the season, that them and that they would be where they are and the Texans would be where they are. But it's not impossible for the Texans to get after this game. The offense, Trevor Lawrence had a couple bad throws, but there were a lot of drops in that game. I think there was 5 or 6 that were recorded in this game that were catchable drops. It's just been kind of a weird year. Brenton Strange continues to be solid, though. I don't think coming into the year anybody thought he would be having the year he's having right now. He's kind of a PPR guy right now. He gets a lot of catches, but not really a lot of touchdowns. But he's been doing well for us. He's been the most consistent piece on the offense. And Anton Harrison continues to block really well. He's currently one of the top right tackles blocking. I've been enjoying watching that, keeping Trevor clean. But overall, just kind of did enough to win. But I want to see us do more in the future. Now, that is a really good defense. But we had a lot of opportunities that we just self-inflicted wounds, penalties, drops, everything like that just kept us out of it or kept us back. But, we got to win. That's a team that sweeped us last year, and we won 4 games last year. So I'm happy with a win. I'll take it any way I can get it. Hopefully, you can definitely see the growing pains out there. But I do think that Liam Cohen, James Gladstone, and Tony Baselli were a great trio for us to have running this team. And I do think that going forward, we are going to be continuing to get better. They did have an interesting moment. Eric Armstead did an interview, and apparently Coach Campanile, they call him Camp. He's a psychopath, apparently. He has them watch videos of like jaguars hunting in the wild. And and they said that he gets fired up on the sidelines, but then like Liam Cohen later in the game was like freaking out because something happened. And Campanile walked up to him and was like, dude, relax. We've got this. Like, just trust the defense. We're going to get it back for you. And I'm pretty sure that was the 50-yard touchdown to Nico when that happened. Then we ended up getting the ball back. They went down and scored the game-winning touchdown. But overall, I'm really, really excited for what I'm seeing in pieces. I just want to see full games put together that I can be excited about. But that's really all I've got. I'll take a win however I can get it.
I feel you on that. I'll take a win from the fucking trash heap right now. Brandon says, remember when I said Howie Roseman would trade a Ferrari for a bottle of water and then walk away drinking it while he watches the Ferrari explode? Yeah.
Yeah, and then Howie Roseman's going to get that Ferrari back on a cheap deal and use them.
Yep. Oh, man.
Is there a conspiracy? Is CJ Gardner-Johnson just like made to go fuck other teams and then come back to the Eagles? Like, is that
kind of feels like what it might be? Has he officially been signed by the Eagles yet?
No, not yet, but I'm sure he will be.
Any minute now. Any minute now. Yeah, Stingley's hurt. I'm not sure what the severity of it is. He did not play for, I think, like half of the second quarter and most, if not all of the second half. And then CJ Gardner-Johnson, I'm pretty sure, didn't play most of the second half. They
Not playing any halves now.
Well, yeah. So I don't know. I knew at some point the fucking lid was going to get blown off the fucking defense because you got, you're the top dog, and then the guy that you touted as the top dog at the safety position for the group for the team, also off the field. It was just a matter of time. Just kind of weird that, honestly, like Trevor threw so many perfect passes that should have been caught that, probably could have made this game a lot bigger and more in the Jags' favor. But I guess that's a tale for another time.
Yep.
With that being said, gentlemen, do you guys have any comments about the Jags-Texans game before we move on?
You want to go first, Andrew?
Oh, go ahead.
Besides, it was hot. We know it was hot.
Yeah, man. That flow.
Me and Justin spent most of our time in the concourse. That's why we're not red.
Yeah. Well, I've made that mistake plenty of times. I know I'm too white for that, so I got to take precautions. Like
It was a
next
good
time, I'll
football
have
game, maybe.
the big sombrero with the long sleeves. That's going to happen. But no, it kept surprising me, all the drops, man. And I didn't really like what I saw from the Houston running game. I don't think Nick Chubb is it. I just don't. I'm hoping that Mixon can come back and, man, rejuvenate it or something. But I mean, Woody Marks, I think, needs more play, dude. Like, I think he's well-rounded. He's young. I mean, the kid can catch.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're using all their weapons. I know they tried to do some screens early, and those were just getting shut down. The Texans, I mean. I'm not against, like, hey, it didn't work that one time, but let's try it again. But when you tried it like 3 or 4 more times, and every time, it's like they kind of just snuffed it out real early. But man, I don't know. It was a tough go for both teams. I mean, on paper they're kind of evenly matched, but I don't know. I wanted the Texans to win, but the Jaguars, they kept dropping everything.
Yeah.
Except the W.
Wasn't sure either team really wanted to win. Just kind of fell in the lap of one of them.
They're both fighting to lose. No, you take it.
Let them have it. Here, you can have
no
it.
wins. I agree with Isaiah. I'll take a win anyway. I can get it.
In the NFL, you have to, man.
Yeah.
You only get 17 chances, so take them as you can get them.
Yep.
Unless you want that first overall.
I think we were to end up with.
I mean, yeah. Did you really win the game, or did the Texans really lose the game?
You look like the dude from Scary Movie.
Did we or did we not have more points than them? We did.
Yeah. take the win, 100%. Like, take the win.
Doesn't matter how bad it was. If the scoreboard says it, it happened.
It was rough to watch. Like, you can't be out there in the heat, sweating and dying, and it's a bad game. Like, you can't have both.
Just look at Curtis. You could do it.
Well, at least
I don't recommend it.
My skin
he's a Texans fan.
The
so.
sunglasses Isaiah got him. We gave him the biggest circles.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
By the way, I left those in your wife's car. You can have those.
Oh, they're my car.
Hell yeah.
Should have brought them back with your wallet.
I don't really have much to say about that game other than the fact that it was a struggle for both offenses, man. Like, I don't know. They were just both off. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's both offenses. CJ, yeah. Thank you. CJ does not look athletic at all. I mean, he looks about as athletic as I do.
Who's
like,
that?
Even running, everything like that, it just wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did he peak his rookie year?
I mean,
Yes,
it wouldn't
so
be the most surprising thing.
I think his offensive line also peaked his rookie year.
1,000%.
That's, I mean, he had a lot of time to throw his. I mean, the first couple games kind of sucked for him, but
Yeah.
like after like week 3, they got that line figured out somehow, and then like he was pretty smooth sailing the rest of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And what's crazy is we had, I think, like 10 different combinations of linemen that year.
Mm-hmm. Is that the key? Just switch the They just rotate them like one spot to the right every game, and
basically everybody except for Laramie just musical hats or musical chairs. Yeah.
Who is northbound?
Their
wife?
I hope.
Well, because they're trying to get you to Kingham.
I'm not doing that. I got one queen. That's it. King. I don't know who that is.
Justin, stop commenting with your second account. Jeez.
Crown him, King. Crown him, King.
Crown him.
Apparently, the key is picking all white dudes for the line, like the Colts.
No comment.
You know, now that you mention it.
Anyway, let's pivot. 41-20, Indianapolis over the Colts, or
Dessert
Indianapolis
Queen,
over the
Desert
Titans.
Queen? I'm not sure. Dessert Queen.
What?
Sorry, I just keep reading Northbound's comments.
Oh, I don't have comments up right now.
Somebody
It's
ban him.
It's your Dessert Queen. Well, much of the same for the Titans. A lot of drops by Calvin Ridley and company.
Really?
More penalties. Now it's only 8 for 68 yards this week, but
improvement is improvement.
Improvement, yeah. The Colts really held Tony Pollard in check. Cam had it through his first pick, and it was a really bad pass. And it was,
oh, was it?
He just kind of floated it out there to the flat. But I mean, he's not perfect. He misses some throws. He holds the ball too long a little bit, but I still think he looks really good for a rookie quarterback. Jim continues to flash on special teams. He's definitely going to take one to the house eventually. But yeah, this defensive front, especially minus T'Vondre Sweat, is not getting any pressure at all, especially against an O-line like the Colts. Maybe we'll get some pressure next week. We might lead the league in sacks next week against the Texans, but
easy.
No, you're missing J.C. Latham and Kevin Zeitler, both your starters on the right side. T'Vondre Sweat, starting corner, Jarvis Brownlee, even though he's not with us anymore. Jarvis Brownlee was a starting corner. You know, not great. Who the hell is northbound?
Yeah, do we have any? Do we have any info yet on why Brownlee was traded? Because it can't.
I definitely think it's something behind the scenes.
Yeah. We certainly couldn't have just wanted to give up a 7th and a player for a 6th, right? Like,
there's definitely something going on behind the scenes. I've heard rumors that like he was faking his injury against the Colts because he just didn't want to play. This is the interception. Oh yeah, let's.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it. I just.
Yeah, I mean, well, there it is. I feel like there's something going on behind the scenes. I mean, he also, with the injury, led the team in penalties. So, I mean, he's a very aggressive corner, but that style, same with Snead, it doesn't work when you're not getting pressure because you're going to get beat or flagged eventually. The idea is to be aggressive, throw them off while the defensive line can get there, but we have no defensive line to get there. Another big coaching issue is 3 weeks in a row where you're scratching your head like, what the hell is this guy doing? So, I mean, you have a timeout by the Colts, a timeout by the Titans, and still end up with a delay of game to knock your 57-yard field goal, with Joey Slice hit 3 of all year already this year, to a 62, which he misses. Well, I think it gets tipped. Yeah, I don't know.
Just the tip.
Yeah, just hit the tip, just enough. So that's why it came out that Brian Callahan will not be calling plays anymore going forward.
He gone.
That's going to go to Bo Hardigree, which is a QB coach. They kind of go past Nick Holes, but Bo Hardigree is somebody who's called plays in the NFL before. He took the Raiders offense after McDaniels was fired and turned them around with Aiden O'Connell quarterback. So hopefully he can do something similar with a better quarterback.
how embarrassing is that if you're the offensive coordinator? You're like,
If
hold
you've
on, you
ever
don't, you
heard
don't see
Nick
me
Foles,
standing in line here? Like, what?
if you've ever heard Nick Foles speak, you don't want him calling plays because he talks so slow. They're gonna get so many delay of games just for him waiting camp.
I mean, but
He's gonna
still,
get
like
cut off
you're
before he gets to. But I think it's more about Bo has called plays in the NFL before. Nick hasn't. The only other person that I thought might have gotten the play calling, because I've been calling for this for 2 weeks. So I think Callahan needs to be happy that it's not his job and it's just his
so
play
is he
calling.
going to be calling the plays that the OC tells him to?
N-
Or
No.
if that's
Bo
the case,
Carter will be the
if
play
he's going to
caller,
come in and play calls for you, then he's your offensive coordinator right now.
pretty much.
So like if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm like, all right, bro, I'm gonna sit back and collect a free paycheck.
Well, I
Because
mean,
you done just said F me. I don't mean
Nick
nothing.
Holes does a lot of game planning and installation and stuff like that. He kind of runs he installs a lot of the base offense that's around.
Well, also too, if I'm the QB coach, I want an offensive coordinator paycheck.
Yeah, exactly. I'm calling plays. I'm
I
getting paid for that,
definitely,
right?
if somehow, I mean, at this point, Callahan's fired at the end of the year. Now, somehow this does help because Callahan definitely needs to just concentrate on managing the game because he's making all these bad decisions. Because you do have to make those decisions in a really short period of time. So he needs to worry about making those decisions instead of calling plays. But Bo has, like I said, play calling experience. He turned that Raiders offense around. Had a 63-point game with Aiden O'Connell. So hopefully he can do something similar. This is Callahan's really last ditch effort to save his job. Is hopeful when this team turns around. And it's not even it's not even like the wins and losses. It's can you manage the game better because you look like a jackass right now for 3 straight weeks. So we'll see. But that's what it is right now. And I was thinking about it and was reading up on it. I'm not the Jarvis Brownlee thing. As much as you want to scratch your head, this is a team with the former GM's pick, new GM, $160 million in cap next year, some high draft picks. I'm not sure he was going to be a starter next year anyway. And if there was causing nonsense, then better to get any kind of like locker room cancer out of there if it is causing a problem. So
Yeah. Was Brownlee an undrafted player?
he's a 5th round pick.
Okay.
So we actually traded down for a guy who's really a steal in the 5th. He is an athlete. He's a dog. I'll give him he is a dog. But he does get a lot of penalties.
Yeah.
So
yeah. All right.
I'm not sure if him and Denard weren't seeing eye to eye. If it was, I'm not sure exactly what it was.
Was there any signs of progress for your Titans this week?
I mean, like Cam threw for more yards. We scored more points. We had less penalties. The defense is just, we've given up like 94 points this season through 3 games. It's not great. Give up 31 points a game.
Yeah.
So I get progress, but not enough. And like the coaching decisions that have got to be fixed there. And like we're getting up 94. We've scored 51. I mean, not great. I mean, we scored more than Texans have this year, but about it.
It's a pretty low bar to reach.
Yeah, very low bar.
Any progress? There was more. More what? just more.
More.
Justin?
So for the Colts, it was just more of the same, especially from Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones did everything he's been doing. He's been distributing the ball well. You don't really see any of our receivers. And I stress that to you Jags and Texans fans receiving the ball, catching it. Pretty
Thanks.
even across
I
the
didn't know what
board.
that was, so thank you.
Yeah, I had to explain that to you. Well, maybe your receivers should watch the show. That way they learn what a receiver is.
I just need my receiver to fucking stop fumbling.
That was heartbreaking. That killed your drive right there. I mean,
So
literally
his first
killed your
one
drive.
this year, or has he had more?
No, well, just any receiver because Dare caught that. That was a reception, and then he turned around and fumbled. That cost the game. Nico, I mean, come on.
Yeah, it definitely killed you it was the worst time for that. But yeah, no, as far as like Daniel Jones' distribution of the ball, he's doing everything consistent right now. Everybody's getting involved. I mean, you've got Michael Pittman caught all 6 of his. You got Alec Pierce caught 4 of 5. Tyler Warren caught 3 of 5. Josh Downs caught 2 of 3. And even Jonathan Taylor caught 3 of 4. So, like, you're using your key playmakers when you need them. And he's letting them do all the dirty work. Bro, this was definitely a Jonathan Taylor game by any means. And that was it. Am I catching the ball? The receiver letting hand the ball off to Jonathan. That's it. Yeah, exactly right. Hand the ball off 17 times for 102 yards and 3 tutties.
The thing is,
just
like,
an
they
angry run.
Titans were kind of keeping JT in check until is this the run?
This is a 46-yard.
All the bad tackling. Look how many.
He slipped away from everything. 1, 2, 3.
And then a block in the back right
here. Nah, shut up.
That was
that was most certainly a block in the back. But I mean,
hey,
but you know what?
He also brought 4 tackles on the way there, but he did get blocked in the back.
Yeah, it wouldn't have changed.
But like, seriously, like, kept him. I mean, in that 4 yards of carrying under, and that's without Sweat. So I was actually. That's the same thing that happened with the Broncos. We kept them in check, and then all of a sudden, Harvey took off for 50 yards down the field.
Your defense got tired. They did the Anthony Richardson.
You can't give up big plays. Like, they got to. Those explosives will kill you.
Yeah, that 46 yard. But JT's like, I mean, he does this from time to time. Like, he'll have that long run, man. It's almost like every game. All right, like, when is it coming at this point? He busted out 3 touchdowns against the Titans. A defense that we knew wasn't going to be like, earth shattering or anything like that. But he barely broke 100, which I think that's something to be proud of. Like, keeping him under 100 or keeping him at 102. I think that's something to be proud of. But nobody else really. They didn't really put Tyler Goodson or DJ Giddens. Like, they weren't trying to give anybody else the ball other than JT, which is what they should do. They should only give it to JT. Like, don't kill your momentum and use some nobody like Tyler Goodson, somebody that Jeff and I over on Unstable can't stand. Can't stand the fact he's still on the team. But no, man, like, on offense just rolling. They knew what they wanted to do. They went out there and executed. And bro, even after Pittman was like talking crap, saying that he watched them warm up and it seemed like the Titans just didn't want to be there. Like, what was that about, Andrew?
I don't know. Monty Hooker came out and he was like, he's just talking. And Callahan said, hey, winners, when you win, you can say what you want, So, I mean fair, it is what it is. I'm not going to, I wasn't there, so I can't really speak on it. So, yeah.
Well, I think the defense did well keeping your running game in check. I mean, Pollard only had 45 and 1 touchdown. But, dude, that's to keep him in check. And he carried the ball 16 times, just 1 less carry than JT. But it just goes to show, like, when you control the edge, because obviously Grover and Buckner in the middle, like, they're your lockdown defensive tackles right there. Like, you're good.
Yeah, and when you're missing one of your star guards. Now, but for us is the left guards, Peter Skoronski. I'm almost positive. I would have to look it up again that he's like the number 1 ranked pass blocking guard in the league now.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
He can look at Isaiah's on it.
Yeah, he's the fact checker.
He's somewhere ranked in that top 5.
Well, I mean,
but it doesn't help when the other 3 out of the other 4 aren't doing shit.
Yeah.
4 of the other 4.
Cam Ward tried to take the game in his hands because he saw, like, hey, the running game's not getting it done, so I got to figure something out. I like
making good passes. They're not catching them.
Yeah. I mean, I like the distribution that he's got here. Like, but for Chig to be your target leader, that's a problem, I think. Like, you need to find ways to get Ridley.
Ridley was actually our target leader. He just there's 7 targets and 1 catch. Yeah, like 3 drop.
Well, yeah. That's fair. But for Chig to have 6 targets, A.O. Manor and Calvin Ridley, like, those guys should be your focal point right there.
Trade Calvin
because you can't cover both. Now, look, I'm not going to sit here and say that the Colts defensive backs are world beaters, but they're not. It's not that big a deal. Like, A.O. Banner can get it done. Is Ridley what he used to be? No, but he's still worthy of at least man coverage and maybe a shadow here and there. But
fucking catch the ball when it comes his way.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't understand that.
He's probably dropped at least 150 yards in catches this year.
Yeah.
Skoronski's number 1 in pass blocking, number 10 overall.
Well,
according to
they had a clear problem covering your tight ends. So Chig went 5 for 6 with 66 yards, and then Gunnar Helm caught all 3 of his for 27 yards. So that shows that they let the tight ends do whatever they were going to do. But I think once Gunnar Helm becomes a household name, that's going to be different. But I think by that time, Calvin Ridley's going to be gone.
Well, I think Calvin's going to be gone next year. I think Chig is going to be gone next year. This is this young guy's team next year, and Alec is showing. He's a guy for sure. He's showing he's a dude. Chim, he has a little more to work on as a receiver, but he's already been that guy in the return game and shown he has that big play potential. I think it's just kind of getting his route running up and stuff like that.
Yeah, so there's going to be targets to be had because Van Jefferson's not going to be here.
No, he's
you don't need to be using Tony Pollard that much in the passing game. But the defense held him pretty good, so I can't be mad about that. They didn't really they had 7 QB hits though, dude. So they got to him pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's more of the offensive line issue, like we talked about on the preview show, though.
You'd like to get. I thought Zeiler was going to end up playing, but he came out as a inactive, for the game. Latham was out. You'd hope to get both of them back, trying to get those core 5 at least back together working. He's talking about offensive playmaker. I think that receiver out of Arizona State's looked at as the best receiver right now. Was it Jordan Tyson or something like that?
I think that's it. Yeah. But dude, they were in the backfield the whole game. 4 sacks, 7 QB hits, but 8 tackles for losses. Like they were in the backfield the whole time. There was nothing that the offensive line could do. And it's not like Tony Pollard's a big guy to be back there pass blocking, But I don't know. It was just a rough go for Tennessee. But I still feel bad for Cam Ward, man. He's out there trying to make it happen, but you can only do so much, especially when your guys aren't catching the ball. And no one knows that more than Trevor Lawrence. It's tough to watch such a good quarterback like Trevor Lawrence, that I believe is a good quarterback.
This is the Titans offensive line right here.
But it's got to be, Trevor Lawrence, like at home, is just like, these guys suck. Well, maybe not Brian Thomas Jr., but right now he's kind of sucking. But I want to see Brian Thomas Jr. like really get in there, get that jugs machine, like be the first in, be the last out, and the jugs machine be the first and the last thing.
Man needs to go see a sports psychiatrist or something.
This game he played a lot better than the previous 2 games. He still had 2 drops.
He did look better, yeah.
He was going for the ball and he was going for yards after catch. I will say, he certainly played better.
Yeah, I think he's kind of turned the corner a little bit when it comes to, because I had heard that BTJ was pretty affected by Kyron Lacey. I think he's kind of turned a corner there. I think he'll get right as the season goes on, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. You really don't see that kind of happen out of too many young players. Maybe he's going through a sophomore slump. Fuck, who knows?
It's hard. The ball is literally hitting him in the hands and the chest.
I know.
I don't know what's going on. It'd be different if you're like running wrong routes or miscues or your timing's off, something like that. But like it's hitting you, and your quarterback is doing his job.
Yeah. But
you're making your quarterback look bad. But I don't know, dude. I liked it when I saw CeeDee Lamb had that real bad game with all them drops, and then the very next day, the first thing he did, he was hitting the jugs machine. Like he was not messing around. He's like, this is not happening again. Like I want to see Liam Cohen put a fire under their ass, really. Yeah. Because the Jags on paper are better than what they're doing on the field. Same thing with the Texans. You're better on paper than what you're showing on the field. So D'Amico, like, dude, you were a successful linebacker. That means you had some fire in your soul. You need to show these boys out there, this is how you play football. But I don't know if he's just let that his old life and now he's just quiet head coach D'Amico. I don't know. But I feel like that they can get more. They can get more juice out of this fruit on these teams. I just don't know what they got to do. Maybe D'Amico should get fired up. I wouldn't expect anything less.
I don't think that the defense, I don't think he has any problem in the world with motivating the defense. The defense goes out there and plays the same type of game every week. It's the fucking offense. He's just looking at him like, I want to hit you right now, and I can't because I'm your coach. And I imagine he's got to be sending some fucking.
Bring in Brian Cushing.
There was a little bit of
Brian
him.
Cushing will hit you.
Yeah, let me get Brian in here. Brian?
Yeah.
All right, Brian, you got
Give him a fresh shot of roids in his butt cheek before practice.
Yeah.
Practice squad. He's playing scout team. Against
Somehow the whole Texans linebacker corps is suspended for PEDs.
That would be the sign of Brian.
they look cool. They look cool doing it. Their helmet came off and they kept playing.
Yeah.
There was a
bleeding
little
from the face.
A little bit of D'Amico getting in Nick Haley's ass because the fucking offense couldn't do anything. And then they had that busted coverage for a 50-yard touchdown to Nico.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think he's doing it. I think it's just, this is the first. Yeah. Okay. That was a good pause, Brandon. I think the biggest issue is just that D'Amico hasn't had to be that guy all that often so far as a head coach. Like normally he can just come in a room and be cheerful D'Amico Ryans. Hey guys, let's go out there and kick some butt, like just normal him.
You know what's so funny about that? Like just because Liam Cohen, like you hear him talk to like the media and like you see him, he was a quarterback. He seems like some happy-go-lucky dude. But then when you hear him talking to the players and stuff like that, he's fucking screaming and like super getting everybody fired up and they're all having a good time. Or like he's like, hit him in the fucking chest. And then like D'Amico Ryans was this like badass linebacker. And then whenever I think about him coaching though, it's like, oh, it's okay, CJ. You're gonna get there, buddy. Just stand back there, get hit 16 more times, and try and throw a touchdown. It's fine.
I don't know if that's what he's saying, but
I mean,
I don't know that he knows how to motivate offensive guys because he usually on defense you'd be like, all right, go hit somebody. Offense, it's more like be productive. Fucking
all right, go make a hit. Whoever hits the hardest, I'm paying your fine money. Go for it. Just one. We'll take one penalty. Go have fun.
D'Amico's going to be pissed that he can't pick defensive guys he wants in the draft because Caserio has to dump assets into offense repeatedly. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, though, like, the defense
Camp will be a head coach within 2 years.
Yeah, Campanile, I think he will now. Will it be the best? Will it be the best head coach? I don't know. But anyways, I mean, I feel like the defense is they're pretty young, like overall. Like they're not an old defense. I think that you can afford to dump some assets into offense over the next 2 years.
Yeah.
And really get that offense going. And then once CJ gets his second contract, you can work that the right way, and then you can really just kind of go all around. But I think the defense is young enough that you don't really have to worry about needing to like pump it full of draft picks because they're playing well.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's some spots that they could draft a couple more guys, but realistically, I'm not worried about CJ Gardner-Johnson because Jimmy Ward's been floating around and he's been cleared of charges and is soon to be off the NFI list.
I was about to say that tells me that more than likely by the end of the week we'll be hearing that he's off of the exemption list.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they make that move unless he's coming back.
Yeah. And then also Jalen Reed, our 6th-round safety out of Penn State, who had an amazing camp, is going to be coming off of IR after week 4. So I'm also, I'm not super worried about that. They dumped a first 3 seconds into the O-line in the last 4 drafts and whiffed.
I mean, who are the 3 seconds?
Kenyon
Green.
Kenyon was a first. Juice. You've got fucking
Who was the first
this
rounder?
year. Juice Scruggs was the first one. And then
he was the first overall or first round. Sorry,
the first 2nd round pick.
Who was the first round pick?
So
Scruggs, Fisher, Ursay.
Kenyon Green, Scruggs, Ursary, and Blake Fisher.
But none of them got drafted in the first round, right?
Kenyon Green.
Oh, Kenyon Green was the first rounder.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
I need to get Caden.
Especially
Proctor next
considering
year.
I think Tyler Linderbaum was still available.
Yep, Linderbaum. What year was he drafted? Was that last year? No, that was two years ago.
Who?
Or I guess sorry, not 2 years. I mean, like not this draft, but like 2 drafts before this was. I guess 3 years ago was Kenyon Green, right?
No, it was 2022.
Well, there's a couple guys that coming out in the
geez.
draft as far as like offensive tackles or offensive linemen that could help beef up really any offensive line if you're needing help. There's a kid out of Miami, Francis Malagoa, and like apparently the kid can do everything, and that's kind of what you want. You want the versatility.
I like
Another
Caden
kid,
Proctor, Alabama.
another guy out of Utah, Spencer Fano. 302 pounds, 6'6". That's a big frame right there. And he's supposed to be just epic run blocking, epic pass protection. So there's some guys, if you're going to have an early pick, like Andrew, I love you, bro. The Titans are probably going to have a high pick.
Oh, no,
I'm going.
we're not go. We're going to go edge.
That's
100%.
Oh, defense?
They're edging.
Really?
They're edging.
We'll have to go edge. I mean, because you just signed Dan Moore. You have your offensive line set for next year already. It's
I'm not-
depth.
Right tackle. They drafted a guard.
They
They've still
signed a
got
left.
Gary
They signed a
under-
left tackle. We have a lot of injuries on the.
And then they've
Is,
got
so is depth not a necessity?
It
I
is,
don't
but not in the first
understand that.
round. We need a starter at edge. We don't have any pressure
Okay.
coming from
All
anywhere.
right, fair enough.
I want Reuben Bain out of Miami or TJ Edwards out of Clemson.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think y'all should go with Caden Proctor or the dude the dude from Utah. Y'all need a tackle.
I would be cool if we traded up for some linemen. I'm cool.
You might
One
not
guy-
trade
I
up.
don't think we're going to be like top 5 pick. I think we'll fuck around and end up being like
10 to
6
16.
10.
Somewhere in that purgatory.
It just depends. I mean, like if there's any sort of like they can pull some cohesion out of their ass.
You know, the age-old quote about it is, it's not how you start, it's about when you get hot. Because I mean, like, you know, like you could go on a 10-game run and make the playoffs. You could go on a 9-game run and make the playoffs. But like at the same time, if you just never get hot, or you get hot at the end of the season, carried into the next season, you know, there's all those things. But one guy that I think is going to drop in the draft, I know it's not really draft talk and all that.
Oh, it is for me already.
But of course, but
when you
guess
guaranteed top 5.
I guess with 2 0-3 teams, it kind of is start of draft talk season. Like, even though I don't think the Texans are going to be a top 5 pick, but a guy I think is going to drop that would have went high last year is Jake Slaughter out of Florida, the center, because I think now that Florida looks like they're going to be a shitty team this year, because he was first team All-American at center last year, didn't allow a single sack. He played really well, but now that we suck, I do think he'll probably be like a 3rd or 4th round pick that could really help a team out. Hopefully Jacksonville. But you know, Hainsey's playing good this year, so it is what it is. But he's a guy I think will drop in the draft because of how terrible Florida's going to be this year.
Yeah.
Hankathon has him at number 55 right now, so a 2nd round pick.
Who, Jake Slaughter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he'll continue to drop because of how terrible we're going to be.
Yeah.
I love that.
I will say that the offensive line for the Texans looked a little better. Jake Andrews at center offers a lot more than fucking Jarrett Patterson. And he was able to get a little bit of push from time to time. I mean, for most of the game, Houston was averaging 4 yards a carry. They just weren't getting any big runs. I think the long for everybody who wasn't CJ was 8 yards. So, I mean, you're not getting big chunks at all. There's no explosion in the offense at all. A lot of that is blocking. I mean, the one explosive run we've seen all year so far was the 25-yard touchdown, and nobody touched Nick Chubb.
It was the one good blocking play.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
One time. So, I mean, there have been small instances. It's just, God, can we get one quarter together, please? But
yeah, you know, it's funny, Andrew. You said you're talking about going edge next year. Reuben Bain is somebody that a couple of people have mocked going to you guys out of Miami.
He's a beast, dude.
Yeah,
I want him or TJ Parker from Clemson, but I'd hire on Reuben Bain. But I haven't dug that far into it.
bro. They have y'all picking 3rd.
Hell yeah!
Like draftnetwork.com.
I
No,
would
they got
love
the
to.
Saints. The Saints are clearly the worst team in the NFL, in my opinion.
Hey, we're
Clearly.
gonna figure that out. The Titans and the Saints play each other this year.
Battle for
Towards the
words.
end
Wouldn't that be the worst? Wouldn't that be the worst if you winning that game was the difference between first and third, or like first and fourth?
At this point, I kind of like want the first pick just to trade back a few
Well,
picks.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Pick
you
up
either
some
trade
extra
back,
draft picks.
like
Because we're
you
not
either
going to
trade
draft the
back or you get
quarterbacks, so
whoever you
somebody
want.
will pay. Well, somebody will pay that quarterback tax.
Oh no, I
You'll
know they
get-
will. I'm just saying though, like you either get exactly who you want or you can trade back. Like there's no losing at the first overall pick.
Nah,
Except for
because
my
that first overall.
Well, there's a lot of
always
losing to
gains
get to
value.
it.
but once you're there, it's
Yeah,
great.
once you're there.
It's like once the season's over, everybody's happy. Like, all right, we got the first pick. Let's do this. But you're so pissed off on the road to the first overall pick.
We're gonna go 14-3.
Like Jags versus Titans for the number one. Dang, shots fired, bro.
Jags versus Titans that's crazy.
Nah,
There's
Jags will
currently
probably land
another
between 10 and
team.
15, I think.
There's currently
0-3.
another team that's 0-3, and it's not us for once.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
We're gonna-
like no
gonna
shade
beat
at Curtis or the Texans, but like seriously, we're not the team to
Yeah.
talk about this year.
Yeah.
We're gonna beat the Texans, and then we're not gonna be able to reach Curtis. He's like, we're like, hey, reaction pod. Is Curtis ain't gonna say nothing?
Your StreamYard subscription's been canceled. What do you mean?
Look,
brick
I've
by
been,
brick.
I've been through some down years doing the pod. All right. I'm not gonna we don't have to worry about that.
I know where you were, dude.
Oh,
And
I
live.
just remembered the Browns own the Jacksonville pick.
Yep.
Oh,
shit,
y'all
I
don't
didn't
even
think
have a
about
first
that.
rounder to lose
Nope.
or to gain.
Nope. That's why I want to win as many games as possible. Like I
When
want
you
the
hit the
Browns.
guy.
I want the Browns to be picking like 3 and like 25. I don't want them to be picking like 3 and 10. I want like 'cause I hate the Browns.
That makes that trade look way worse if you end up being a top 10 pick again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won't though. we have a really easy back end of the schedule. Like our only hard game back into the year is the Broncos. And then even them, they don't look that great this year. And then the other one that I thought was going to be an easy game, but now is looking like it's going to be a tough game was the Colts. That one's going to be a lot harder this year than I thought it was going to be. So, but I don't know if I can't remember if that's our home game or our away game. So that kind of changes things too.
Yeah.
Well, look, gentlemen, I think this is a good spot to go ahead and wrap her up. It's been a fun react. We will be having Titans Table for Two live in person at Half Batch in Hendersonville, Saturday, September 27th. I will be there. We will have Jordan Dejani there. We'll be live on StreamYard, so you don't have to worry about missing anything. But go ahead.
Andrew's brother going to be there?
Yeah. Christian
Wait,
will
so
be there.
Andrew, Christian, Dejani,
And me.
who are the other 2 Titans fans?
Huh?
Well, there's only 5. So who are the other 2? Who's going to be there?
We have a Texans fan.
Andrew got it immediately. Andrew laughed. By the way, shout out to Mike for all the shit talking at the game. Had a lot of fun with him. Me and him were like chirping back and forth the whole time, and like his friend was just like laughing the whole time in between. It was great. It was great.
I was hanging out with Justin the whole
like-
time. He had to like, hey man, it's okay.
I was consoling him, yeah. But
Look,
you know what? Andrew was a good sport about it, though.
He's like, Cam looks good, man.
I was trying to be nice.
No, it was a good time, dude. The whole weekend was great.
It
Yeah,
was real fun.
a lot of fun. We got a reaction pod for the Texans coming out tomorrow. We've got up next live on Kingmaker Sports. We're going to have Justin and was that you and Mick?
Yeah, me and Mick.
You and Mick holding it down over there on Kingmaker Sports. Any of all our fantasy football folks need to go ahead and subscribe over there so you don't miss any of that. And then Isaiah over on Third and Teal leading the way, the flagship of CPN. What are you guys at 809 as subscribers?
We were as of Sunday. Yeah, the guy sitting behind us before they moved. I don't know. I ended up saying we followed each other on Instagram, and he was talking about it. He's like, I was like, you sir, no ball. You should come on the podcast sometime. He's like, you guys have a podcast? I'm like, yeah, we have a podcast. And he's like, what's it called? And I was like, Third and Teal. He's like, sweet. So then we became friends on Instagram. He goes, oh yeah, by the way, I work at a taco joint downtown that has a rooftop access. You should come out. We should do a show from the rooftop sometime next time you're in town for a game. And I was like, that'd be fucking sick. So I got to talk to him. seeing what we could get going for that. But yeah, it was not a wasted trip at all for Third and Teal. So we had a great time.
No, I mean there was also the guy that was the fan of the year.
Yes, we actually got his stuff last year. Me and Trevor talked to him. We actually got an interview from him. He's actually been posted on the channel before,
nice.
but we couldn't get a hold of him to get on the show. So we have to try a little harder this year, I guess. But also, fan of the year is like super busy with extra shit a lot of times for the team, and like he was like straight up posted up like with like team personnel around him, like marketing and doing stuff, and like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but like I said, go ahead and hit the like subscribe button over here. We're at 624 at the time of this live started. I'd like to see that number keep climbing. So hit the like, subscribe, notification bell at all of the CPN and Kingmaker. Without any further ado, y'all be good people. Thanks for watching. Fuck the Cowboys.
Sorry, other Eric.